So in this question you will be given an array of integers. You have to find two elements in the array which add up to a specific target. Here the target is 9. You have to find two numbers from the given array that add up to 9. So if you look, the first number is 2 and the second number is 7. If you add 2 plus 7, the target is 9. In case the target is 18, you will have to use the second number and third number. Let's see how can we solve this. One of the way is to fix one number and move on to the next numbers. Select number 2, then add it with 7. If it doesn't match the target, add 2 with 11, then add 2 with 15. In the next iteration, add 7 with 11, 7 with 15. In the third iteration, add 11 with 15. Let's see how you do in the brute force approach. First we will run a loop from the first element to the last element. Not exactly to the last element, one element before the last element. A second loop will run from the next element till the last element, and every time we will check whether the sum is equivalent to the target or not. In the question it is not very clear what you have to return if the sum is not found, so we will assume that the sum is always present. Else we are going to return -1. This part is not mentioned in the question. It passed the test case, so we will submit it. This solution has been accepted. But this, if you look at the solution, we are running two loops, one inside the other, and therefore the solution is, in terms of time complexity, it is taking order of n square. We are not using any extra space, so it's a constant space, but time complexity is order of n square. Can we reduce it? So instead of running the loop again, what if we already know whether the element is present or not? So the second way to solve this problem is to scan from the left to the right, and whenever you encounter the first element, put it in map. When you encounter the second element, check whether the current element plus target minus current element is present in the map or not. Then move to the third element, check whether the target element minus current element is present in the map or not. So the way to do that is iterate from the first element to the last element. In this way we are iterating each of the element, and if what we are doing is, like, if we are checking whether the target element minus the current element is present in the map or not. So how do we check in the map? So let's create a map first. Why not set because we have to store the index as well. We are not returning the value, but we are returning the index. The type will be int and int, one for the value, one for the index. Let's call this map nums map. So in the nums map we will check whether the element is present or not. So if it is present, it won't be equal to nums map dot end. If the element is present, that means that sum of the current element and the element present in the map is equal to the given target. So we will return the current index is I, and the index of the element already present, which is if the number is not present, add the current number in the map. We will insert the current number along with the index in the map. Let's run this code. There's a compilation error. Okay, it has passed the test case. Let's run this. Let's submit it. The solution has been accepted. So, what's the time complexity of this solution? It's a linear time because we are scanning from the left to right all the elements once only. So the time complexity is order of n. It's a linear time complexity. What's the space complexity? We are storing all the elements in the map, so the space complexity is also order of n.